2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Test 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. Testing. 1, 2, audio. Audio, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. Test it. Okay guys, we got a Spitfire Mark 2 from Cardon, and this is just a quick video, and I just like to point your attention toward that black spot on the cover, right there. What do you suppose happened? Or what do you suppose that is? Well, in old tube equipment, including CB radios, they have electrolytic capacitors in them that could be anywhere from 40, 50 years old, maybe even older with some other older radio equipment. And it's always advisable to replace electrolytic capacitors. And the Cardon Spitfire is no exception to that rule. That black spot is the guts of one electrolytic capacitor that exploded here today. And I'm going to show you the remains of the electrolytic capacitor after the radio let out the smoke and shut down. Surprisingly, the fuse did not blow. Interesting. So let's have a look and see which one. Right there. That's what's left. That's where the original positive connection was to, and it popped, literally. That's what's left of the positive connection to the electrolytic capacitor. It was a 0.1 UF 600 volt working voltage electrolytic, and that is remnants of that said capacitor. So yeah, when people tell you that you should replace electrolytic capacitors, well, there's a prime example of why. Anyway folks, just a little warning. Older equipment, especially tube equipment, certainly should have their electrolytic capacitors replaced before operation. Fun times.